All right, everybody. Welcome to another Deep Dive. Get ready to dig into some serious history. Earth's history, that is.
Definitely, we're talking billions of years.
Exactly. Billions. From a fiery hot mess to, well, the planet we call home. We're going to find out how it all went down, all thanks to this awesome source material you provided.
It's quite a story.
No kidding. All right, so picture this. 4.5 billion years ago, Earth's just a molten ball of, like, pure chaos. Asteroids are slamming into it left and right.
Not the most hospitable place.
You think. So how on earth did this fiery ball of nothing turn into, a place where we can actually, live and breathe?
Well, the first step was cooling down. I mean, it took a while, but eventually Earth's outer layer cooled and solidified, forming a crust.
So basically like a giant rock.
Basically.
Yeah.
But that crust was key. It became the foundation for everything else. Continents, oceans, you name it.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about water? I mean, the sources made it sound like water was kind of a big deal.
Oh, it was a game changer, no doubt about it. Water's pretty amazing stuff when you think about it. It can dissolve other substances, it regulates temperature, and it transports all sorts of things.
So no water, no life.
Exactly, at least not life as we know it. It's hard to overstate how important water is for, well, pretty much everything.
So how did Earth go from, lava planet to water world?
Now that is the million-dollar question. There are two main theories. Some scientists believe that most of Earth's water arrived on asteroids that were packed with ice. These asteroids kept crashing into Earth, delivering their watery payload over millions of years.
Like a cosmic delivery service.
Pretty much. But others think Earth's water came from within, from volcanoes specifically. They erupted and spewed out huge amounts of water vapor, which then condensed and fell as rain.
So it's like a cosmic mystery. Did our water come from outer space or from deep inside the Earth?
You got it. And the best part is, we still don't know for sure. It's a reminder that we're still piecing together the story of our own planet.
I love that. All right, so we've got a planet covered in water. What happens next? Does life just, magically appear?
Not magically, but it is pretty incredible. In Earth's primordial oceans, the first single-celled organisms emerged.
Talk about humble beginnings.
Right. But here's the amazing thing. These tiny organisms, as a byproduct of their life processes, released oxygen into the water.
They were like little oxygen factories.
Exactly. And that oxygen eventually made its way into the atmosphere. Can you guess what happened next?
Let me think. Oxygen in the atmosphere. That sounds like it would be pretty good for, everything.
You got it. The rise of oxygen paved the way for more complex life to evolve. It's like these tiny organisms completely reshaped the planet, making it possible for everything else to come later.
It's mind-blowing when you think about it like that.
Totally. And speaking of mind-blowing, let's talk about the Cambrian Explosion. This was a period roughly 541 million years ago when life on Earth went through a period of insane diversification.
Insane in a good way, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's like evolution just decided to hit the fast-forward button. All sorts of weird and wonderful creatures started appearing in the fossil record.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, there were trilobites, for instance. These guys were like the armored tanks of the seafloor with their hard exoskeletons and segmented bodies.
And they were everywhere, right?
Everywhere. They were one of the most successful animals of their time. And then there's Anomalocaris. Now, this thing was seriously strange looking.
Stranger than a trilobite.
Way stranger. Imagine a creature with stalked eyes, these grasping appendages on its head, and a mouth that looked like a pineapple ring with teeth. It was like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Okay, you definitely got my attention with that one. So while all this crazy stuff was happening in the oceans, what was going on with the land itself? The sources mentioned something about tectonic plates.
Ah, yes. Tectonic plates. These are the giant slabs of rock that make up Earth's outer layer. They're always on the move, albeit very slowly.
So the ground beneath our feet is constantly shifting.
It is. It's just happening at a pace we don't really notice. But over millions of years, those tiny movements add up to some pretty dramatic changes.
Like what?
Well, for example, did you know that all the continents we know today were once joined together in a single supercontinent called Pangaea?
Wait, seriously? You're telling me all the land was in one place?
That's right. It's hard to imagine, but hundreds of millions of years ago, you could have walked from what is now North America all the way to Africa without needing a boat.
That's insane. So how did it all break apart?
Tectonic plates, my friend. They slowly pulled Pangaea apart, eventually creating the continents as we know them today.
Though it's like Earth's surface is constantly evolving, just like life itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're living on a planet that's been shaped by billions of years of these incredible processes.
It's pretty humbling when you think about it like that.
It really is, and it makes you realize that we have a responsibility to take care of this planet, this incredible history that's led to our very existence.
You took the words right out of my mouth. From a molten ball of fire to a planet teeming with life, it's been quite a journey, and it makes you wonder what the next chapter holds for Earth. What do you think?
That's the big question, isn't it? If Earth's story is still being written, what role will we humans play in shaping its next chapter? What will our legacy be?
That is something worth thinking about. All right, everybody, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thank you for joining us on this epic journey through time. And be sure to tune in next time for another fascinating exploration of, well, something incredible, no doubt.